And welcome to NFT Art Talk in the Mornings, where we talk about news, hot topics, and everything happening in the NFT industry. We are so excited to have you here. We hope you're having a great Tuesday morning and that your week is off to a fantastic start. We're bringing the vibes every morning, talking about these news and giving you an industry update. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit us up in a chat. Shoot us a message on Twitter if there's some thoughts that you have that we provoke in this episode. We always love hearing that. And again, we hope you're having a great day. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. If you're an old friend, welcome back. Don't forget to like this video if you're on YouTube and subscribe. If you're on Twitter, please like the tweet, retweet it, and follow our accounts on Twitter also. Without further ado, my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this is my homie Kardik NFT in all the places. What's good, man? How's your morning going?
It's going good, man. I ended up checking out a show last night at ACL. It was ACL taping for Sylvan Esso, so kind of stayed up a little bit late, but I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good about what we're going to review this morning and just get into NFT markets and see what's up.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Well, let's dive in. I can't wait to hear more about that show later, but hey, we're trying to keep these segments quick, so we're going to go ahead and dive into it. So let's start with an industry update. Quick one. I know normally we try not to repeat the same thing as yesterday, but we saw this morning and had to bring it up to you guys. We saw Azuki and Beanz, two of their collections, just jump up into the top 5. With it looks like somewhere around 12,000 ETH traded between the two projects in the last 24 hours. We saw some news about their founder and different things like that. I don't know if that's what made it pop. Honestly, I don't really know exactly what made it pop at this point. I just saw this, but we thought it was interesting. We wanted to bring it up. Also, it's good to see all this green on this chart for the last 24 hours. There's been a lot of FUD in the market, especially with the crypto crash. We were talking about that yesterday. So it's good to see the market doing something and rebounding a bit. NFT market.
Man. Yeah, for sure. You can see maybe the NFT market, people investing in certain NFTs, selling and trading between the two, because you do have that speculator kind of investor crypto environment. So you might see that kind of bringing these up as well, as well as the rebound in the markets.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. So let's keep going through some market update. Like last week, we went ahead and brought up the Objkt Objkt collections, hottest collections. Honestly, this looks pretty similar. I see flow. I see gap threads. I gotta see what this is. Is this gap?
It looks like Gap. I mean, the icon looks like Gap.
Right.
Clothing store Gap.
Right. I remember Gap when we were kids. It was like the not quite discount, but like a little bit better. And then they came out with like Old Navy brand.
Old Navy and Gap, yeah.
Wow,
Yeezy, I think I remember in 2020, I think he was doing collaborations with Gap. I wonder if that's still going on.
Oh, wow. How cool would that be if that's like an official Gap? We'll have to do a little bit of research on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, how cool would that be? An official Gap on Tezos? Let's go. But yeah, just coming in here, I do think that this is really cool because 3,000 Tez is a lot of money, right? It's about $2, maybe a little bit more right now per Tez. You're still looking at thousands of dollars on these. But when you look at this versus Ethereum, this is why I think Tezos is and other alternative blockchains to Ethereum are becoming more and more popular, especially with one-of-one artists. You don't necessarily have to do $1 million to like be a top collection and get that shine. Also, the fees are substantially less when you're transacting these. I know I'm really excited. I dropped my first Tez piece last night, pretty late in the morning. For Tez Tuesday today. So I'm part of the Tez community, finally, not just a friend and a fan. But we'll talk about that on Friday's Jam Room here at NFT Art Talk. But yeah, Kartik, I didn't know if you had anything else on the Tez front.
Man, actually, I'm just liking Tez a lot, actually, with the community we see in Twitter and just the low fees to transact on it. So it's cool we kind of do a wrap up of what's going on Tez, because I was unfamiliar with it until kind of jumped to Twitter Spaces and we met kind of people in that community.
Yeah, I know Bases, who's going to be here on Thursday for an interview. Neo, who was here last Wednesday for an interview. One of one Neo. Both of them are Tez artists and have really inspired Kartik and I for sure. God Boys. I mean, there's so many of these amazing projects out here. So please, don't stay blockchain singular. No singularity here. This is Web3. Just quickly wrapping up our industry update before we get into the news. We like to at least once a week talk about the the tokens associated with NFTs or something related to NFTs. We can see ApeCoin still kind of dominating that group at $9 a coin, Sandbox at $1.85, Axie Infinity. These are all metaverse coins, actually. A lot of these top coins, I noticed that. Flow, kind of new to me, honestly. I keep seeing it around. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to research that one. I've been seeing that all around too. As I guess a token that's trading NFTs on a lot of marketplaces.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Some of these tokens are ApeCoin is affiliated with the NFT collection versus like a Sandbox, Axie, and Decentraland, which are NFT related but more metaverse specific. There are things you can earn in those metaverses or spend in those metaverses, or you can hodl, whatever you prefer. Do your own research. Kartik and I, not financial advisors, just friends and artists. Yeah, man. I think that's kind of our industry update for today. So let's dive into some news.
Yeah, bro. So Madonna and Beeple collaborate on an NFT project. So Beeple is one of my favorite visual artists, and Madonna, I've kind of grown up with her music. She's a little older now, but it's cool that she is kind of diving into this NFT environment. So the pop singer spent the last year working with the digital artist on a video series about motherhood. Proceeds will benefit 3 non-profits. So Beeple is just the big star that sold his work for $69 million in 2021. They want to release this NFT series titled Mother of Creation, 3 digitally rendered videos that recast her as a nude woman giving birth to flora, fauna, and technology. The artworks are the result of a year-long collaboration with Mike Winkleman, our digital artist known as Beeple. Honestly, I thought just this was really cool that one of these big artists is working with Beeple. His artwork's really tight. I think it's going to go on sale on Super Rare, which is a marketplace, and I think you'll see more of these actually happen all around musicians. I think more musicians will incorporate visuals into their selling of NFTs. So this is a good example of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, this looks so cool. I know Madonna's involved in the space. I think she's a Bored Ape Yacht Club owner. So she knows what's going on. Of course, she's always like on the front of everything. But yeah, just scanning this article, it looks like Beeple and Madonna developed 3 videos in which audiences have a full frontal view of Madonna's avatar giving birth to different organisms, from a hospital bed, a rusted vehicle, and a forest floor. Madonna says, "I never want to be provocative just for the sake of provocation," insisting that the butterflies and centipedes she gives birth to in the video mean something. They stand for hope and they stand for technology. Very cool stuff. Cool to see 2 of the biggest artists in their spaces too collaborating. Again, just to bring awareness to this space, I think is very powerful.
Definitely, man. I don't know if I told you this, but I went to one of these charity events, and there's a young girl that's like, "Are NFTs a scam?" And she was just, I was like, "Yo, no, they actually could help the artists," because she was like working for an investor and kind of at this music event. And I was just trying to convince her, and just through the whole process for our journey, she, in the end, she's like, "Okay, this is actually something that can help out artists and creatives." And she was an actress, so I think that's what you said is a big thing. It's cool to have these big artists kind of open up the gateway somewhat, so that people can understand, hey, this is like a new way to be a digital collectible rather than this mass problem. I think that's out there that people think, is this a scam? Is there a scam going on in this? But if an artist is involved with it, it's kind of easier and more palatable for them to understand that it's not.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see both sides coming into this space so quickly. And when I say both sides, I mean kind of this business, traditional investment side, and the artists and their communities,
Right.
And, I mean, is NFTs a scam? That is a great example of like the FUD that is in the market right now. I believe personally, again, not a financial advisor, that message is just being sent out there so that investors can get in early. That's just our opinion. Again, we're not financial advisors, but yeah, that's a great story. Um, on light of the same topic, we found this article: Polygon among a $9.3 million investment in paper to help onboard NFT buyers via email, which is like one of the most traditional marketing channels nowadays. I almost said ever, but I'm like, wait a minute. It hasn't been around that long. I'm not that old. As more individuals join the NFT market, a common complaint exists around the accessibility and user experience for non-crypto natives. Paper is a payment processing company that launched in February to make buying and using and holding NFTs easier. Just a couple months ago, Paper closed a $7.3 million seed after a $2 million angel investment, led by Electric Capital and Initialized Capital, with participation from Polygon, Falcon X, Long Journey Ventures, Third Web, Night Capital, and founders of Played, Twitch, Fractal, Magic Eden, Eventbrite, Tacomi, and Basin Trails. I mean, this is, speaking of like, is this a scam? I mean, that's like everybody, that's a lot of people in the game right there. Getting behind this company. It's interesting to see that the blockchain companies themselves are investing in technologies. Like Polygon is invested in this. Polygon is Matic, if you're not familiar. But basically what they're trying to do is this new company is going to use kind of traditional channels to help people buy NFTs and enter the space easier, including being able to make purchases via email, social, and other popular channels. They're going to also be building an SDK, which is pretty interesting. I know Kartik and I have been researching a lot of the SDKs in the market for building your own mint sites, and it looks like that's going to become a very competitive space, which we kind of expect, right? Because that's where the power goes back to the artist and the creator. But here's just another example: paper payment processing, just trying to make it easier and do their thing. I'm interested to see what their fees look like, but
Yeah, man. I mean, it needs to happen. So it's good to see that people are putting investment towards trying to aid in that process. Because me and Moshe have definitely identified like that needs a lot of help to like get the masses kind of on board on it. So it's going to be interesting how they implement that through email, and how people are going to withhold their security codes and security phrases and stuff like that. So I'm interested, man. But that was a real cool article to bring it up. I saw that kind of through my peripheral today. It was cool that you kind of described it.
yeah, I think it's important to that's what Kartik and I are trying to do with this show, is kind of bring a blend of like what's happening in the industry and technology, bring in a little bit more technology than we do in the afternoon. So, thanks, man. And I hope you have a great day. I hope everyone has a great day. We want to remind you all the links that we shared on our screen are in the description below. If you're with us on YouTube, if you're with us on Twitter, just hurry up and come over here to YouTube. This is where it's happening. We appreciate you guys' support every day that we're here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're here on YouTube. Follow, retweet, and like on Twitter. And you guys, just a quick recap of everything we got going on before we get out of here. This was the news talk in the morning. We do the art talk in the afternoon, every day at 1 p.m. Central. We got an interview on Thursday with our good friend Basis, who's an amazing music NFT artist who has stuff on so many blockchains, performs in the metaverse, does a lot of really cool stuff. And then Friday afternoon, we're going to be back in the jam room playing some music for you guys that's unreleased, showing you some of our new artwork that came out this week, and just generally chatting with you and vibing with you to send you into the weekend. Every morning, we're here around 9:30 a.m. Central Time to talk to you about news, hot topics, and everything popping in the NFT industry. We really appreciate you guys being here and your support. Let's go Heat. Big game tonight. Whew. almost didn't want to jinx it by saying anything. You know, we get very superstitious over here about our basketball, but had to throw it out there. I hope you guys have a great day. Kartik, close us out here, man.
Yeah, take every day in stride. Take every moment with just pleasure, and just experience everything how you want to experience it, man. And the mind is what's creating a lot of this. So just keep on creating, keep on being compassionate and nice to other people.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much and have some fun today, guys.